After a breakup, you wake up and suddenly don't know what to do with your morning. Nothing about your life actually changed, so why does it feel like you don't know who you are anymore?
Why do people feel lost after heartbreak?
Mate, the body gets used to a person, not just in your head, it gets used to them physically. The smell of them, the sound of them, knowing they're around, your whole system starts running on that. Regular contact, regular touch, regular sense of safety. That's just what the body does, little buddy. Then suddenly it's gone and everything goes haywire. Sleep goes out the window, appetite's all over the place, stress hormones through the roof. And all that physical mess, the body reads it as danger, tells you everything's falling apart. Then your brain's still looking for 'em, right? Checking the phone, playing old memories back. That's not soppy. That's just the brain trying to find what it lost. It's wired to go looking. Feeling lost after a breakup ain't just in your emotions, mate. It's in your whole body. The whole system's been knocked off balance. That's what you're feeling.
Why do people feel lost after heartbreak?
Oh, sweetheart, I think what people don't always realize is how much of your daily sense of connection lives inside that one relationship. It's not just the big romantic stuff, it's who you message first thing in the morning. It's having someone in your corner without even having to ask. It's the little rituals, the shared meals, knowing where you fit at the end of the day. And when that bond breaks, all of that goes with it. The mutual friends can get complicated. Family gatherings start to feel a bit awkward. Even the traditions you two had together, the ones that used to feel warm and easy, they can feel a bit hollow now. So that feeling of being lost, dear, it's not only about missing that person. It's about losing the sense of being anchored. We all need to feel like we belong somewhere, like someone genuinely has us. When that anchor lifts, of course we feel adrift. That's just deeply human.
A relationship is a system. It contains structure, regular patterns, established rituals, shared plans for the future, an understood way of moving through each week. You stop noticing it after a while because it is running in the background. Then it ends, and the system collapses. Suddenly, every day requires decisions that used to be automatic. What do I do on a Saturday morning now? Who do I contact when something happens? Where do I go? That constant decision-making is genuinely exhausting. And then there are the unanswered questions. Will they contact me? Is this permanent? What happens next? Those open loops do not close. The mind cannot settle because there is no predictable answer coming. It keeps cycling. What people call feeling lost is, in precise terms, the mind attempting to rebuild a functional structure after the previous one has been removed. It is disorienting because the old map no longer applies and the new one does not exist yet.
Why do people feel lost after heartbreak?
Listen, champ, a relationship is part of your story. You were someone in it. The partner, the steady one, the chosen one. That meant something. Then it ends. And overnight, the story changes. That stings, not just emotionally. It stings because now the question is what it means about you. Were you not enough? Are you less attractive now? Do you look like you lost? And then you go on social media. They look fine. You look like a mess. That comparison is brutal. That is where the real lost feeling lives. It is not just sadness. It is the gap between who you thought you were and who you are now without that identity holding you up. The old version of yourself had a clear place in the world. Now it does not. You are between stories. The old one ended. The new one is not written yet. That gap is uncomfortable. Nobody likes operating without a clear position.
Oh, baby, let me tell you what actually happens. When you are in a relationship, you build a whole story together. Inside jokes, shared dreams, a version of yourself that only exists in that dynamic. That person knew things about you that nobody else did. And you had a role. You were somebody in that story. Then it ends, and suddenly you are sitting there trying to figure out what was real and what you just imagined. What parts of yourself were actually you, and what parts only existed because of them. And here is the thing, honey. The feelings come rushing in, but there ain't always words for them yet. So it does not feel like clear sadness. It feels like fog, like confusion. Like standing in a room where all the furniture has been moved and you keep walking into things. That lost feeling? Sweetie, that is just the messy, disorienting middle ground of trying to write yourself a whole new story, and that takes time.
Why do people feel lost after heartbreak?
My child, a relationship is rarely just a person.
It is a living structure woven through the body, the days, the social world, and the quiet story we tell ourselves about who we are. It steadies the nervous system. It shapes the rhythm of the week. It tells us where we belong and who we are becoming. When it ends, all of that unravels at once. The body feels the absence before the mind has words for it. The days lose their shape. The self that existed inside that bond no longer quite fits. And so the disorientation people feel is not weakness, and it is not collapse. It is the mind doing something very honest. It is letting go of a map that no longer leads anywhere and sitting in the unfamiliar quiet before a new one begins to form. Feeling lost, after all, is simply what it feels like to be between one version of yourself and the next.
If you made it this far, you're gonna want to see what comes next. Hit subscribe so you don't miss our next video, and click the video on screen now to keep learning more. See you in the next video.